Just be loving listeners. July 24, 2013. The volume of love flowing from the source of all, God, our Father, and then through us in the spiritual realms and on through the divine field of love, to which every single conscious being that God created is eternally connected, is infinitely abundant. It is presently directed most purposefully to assist in humanity's imminent and divinely assured awakening, because it is God's will that you awaken from the nightmare in which you seem to have been immersed for so long. Focus your attention, as frequently as you possibly can each day, on feeling and experiencing the divine embrace that is so lovingly offered to you in every moment, because that helps you to further strengthen and intensify your intent to wake up. And it is your intent to wake up, your collective intent, which will bring it about. God never overrides the will of His beloved children because He totally honors and respects their magnificence, regardless of any happenings that may occur as they play their strange and misguided games in the illusory environment that they built for just that purpose. He is fully aware that they have not found joy, bliss, or eternal happiness within it, and that each and every one of them, at the depths of their being, truly desires only to return home. Consequently, He is offering them all the assistance they require to enable them to do so. As you have been told so often, that limitless assistance has always been there for you. It is just that for eons you thought you knew better than Him and had no need of it. Finally, that insane assumption, an assumption in this context is the belief in the truth of something without any knowledge or understanding whatsoever of what the assumption actually means or where it leads, is being seen by humanity for what it is, a grave error. And the decision to allow it to be divinely corrected has now been willingly and thankfully and collectively taken. You are most definitely traveling along the last stages of your homeward journey. Within your heart centers you know that, so it is time to rejoice in that divine truth as you discard the old assumptions that have caused you so much confusion and pain. By rejoicing and lightening up you further strengthen the intent to awaken. This does not mean ignoring or discounting the suffering that many are undergoing. It means taking comfort in the knowledge that all is divinely taken care of, and then engaging lovingly and compassionately with all who cross your path. Just be loving listeners, allowing those in pain to unburden themselves, without engaging or taking sides in any disputes that may be worrying them. Do not attempt to convert them to your views or beliefs because that is most certainly very counterproductive. You have only to look at humanity's history of religious missions to convert the infidels to see really arrogant assumptions dangerously and insanely at work. Your loving presence and the focus of your undivided attention on them in the moments you spend with them is powerfully healing for them and for you. If you try to use your reason and logic to uncover solutions to the problems of others, you will only muddy the waters. A compassionate presence provides them with the peace and sense of security they require to access their own inner knowing from which all valid solutions break forth. You are all immortal, divine beings of immense wisdom, but within the limited environment that you chose to occupy and engage with, your wisdom is hidden from you for the most part. When you take time out alone and seek your spiritual center in quietness and solitude, you enable yourselves the necessary access to your inherent wisdom that will help you to resolve issues that otherwise seem to present you with great difficulty. Being human, experiencing a human existence, places limitations on you. It is part of the human condition, as your full and magnificent God-given wisdom could not be supported by your human vehicle. However, if you sincerely and lovingly seek divine assistance in the quietness of your own center, access to your wisdom sufficient to solve your issues is available. Every conscious being can access exactly the assistance they need in the moment to resolve their issues, if they choose to go quietly within and listen. Mostly, humans have learned from their upbringing and their societal culture to work only with their severely limited mental capabilities, believing those to be supreme. And yet, occasionally an aha moment demonstrates a deeper wisdom within them, to which access generally seems to be denied. This is for your own safety. You have all seen or heard of the extremely damaging results that so-called brilliant people have wrought on one another, on humanity, and on the planet at large when their superior intelligence has been given too much freedom and authority. As humans, You have to be limited purely in order to protect yourselves from the enormous damage of which you are capable when you act unthinkingly or are driven by violent and powerful emotions. Doubtless it seems to you sometimes that the limits which the physical environment and your mental abilities impose on you are not nearly restrictive enough. Remind yourselves, when worries of that nature assail you, that you are experiencing life in an illusory environment and that in the long run, the eternal run, all is divinely taken care of. In fact, your moment of awakening into your natural and fully conscious state is almost at hand. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com